Hey peeps! Okay, remember the first video I made on the bread? And I just want to show you what you can do because I'm sure we all didn't bake the whole bread. So this has been in the fridge for a few days, as long as, sorry, I just went swimming, makeup all. So this is, can you see? Yeah? And what we're going to do is we're going to bake it today. So same as the last step. You just flour the table a bit. Flour the table. Okay. Nice, right? Look at all those bubbles. That's going to make your bread really nice and fluffy. And then you scoop it out. Just take out the balance of it. And if you smell it, it smells so good. It smells even nicer actually. A bit of flour on the top. Okay, and we're going to just shape the bugger. So we want the air. It's the air. So we're not gonna like knead it anymore. We're just going to kind of tuck. Okay, tuck it down. And if you feel there's some parts like got a bit hard, that's fine. That's just because it's been in the fridge. I hope you put yours in the fridge. And then just shape it. Some coffee that was on my table. Yeah, I'm not fussed that way. I still need to feed my family. But of course, like I said, when I cater, I do things properly and I wear, you know, the hat and all that. This is just to show you. So you take it out of the fridge. I've got my tray here, baking paper. No baking paper, no problem. Just put some oil, any oil, cooking oil, and then put some flour on top. It acts as, you know, just so that the bread doesn't stick. And into, okay, at this point, you should be preheating your oven to 180. Okay. Now, some people would like to see this rise before they put it in the oven, and then that's where you score it and put the lines. Otherwise, if you're impatient like me, sprinkle some flour, score it, and put it in the oven as your oven is preheating. But that means you give it more time. So as the oven is preheating, the bread is also rising. So one's getting hotter, one's doing its business and rising. And when the oven reaches at the optimum temperature, it will bake. And here's another thing. So, oh my God, what if it burns the crust and it's too long? If you're worried about that, you take another tin or you know, something that goes in the oven. You cover it. Now remember, your oven has to have that little bowl of water underneath for steam. Yeah. So all that is already in my oven. It's preheating now, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to just dump this in right now. And in the oven, it's going to rise, and as the oven is getting hotter. But before that, I have to remember to score it to tame the explosion, tame the rise. If you hear some screaming in the background, that's Maya. So we're going to score it just to, like I say, tame the explosion. I don't know what other word to use. I call it tame the explosion. Okay, so here we have it in the oven, and in about 25 minutes you'll have great bread. If you put a cover on it, what you do is after 25 minutes you take it out, and then you let it cook for another 10 minutes and be nice and brown. So here we go in the oven. Now my oven has not been preheated or anything, so this is me just turning the oven on and it's going in. Wash the hands, and that's as simple as it is, you know. In 20, 25, half an hour max, you're gonna have beautiful bread again. So what I'm saying is that first recipe that I gave you all, it's the easiest bread recipe anyone can make, and it keeps well. Put it in the fridge. You can always make more. Like to this top, some people make up to here. Some people, me. Sometimes I make it really full, and then as and when I need bread, I just take it out. Now, what was the cost of that? Not much, right? So you guys can make it on your own, or If you're a bit shy on the baking, no problem. I've just also listed a list of breads and croissants and Danish pastries. So if you want to order in advance. I'm going to collect all the orders because I hope you understand it's the lockdown, it's the curfew, restricted movement. So my movement is restricted as well, which means I can't go buy the things to make as freely as I would. So order in advance. I will collect all the orders and I'll deal with you individually on when to collect and how we're going to do this. But I would suggest you order it frozen. For those of you who have an oven and want to experiment with, baking your own bread, that smell of it. There's a minimum order quantity 12, I know. If some of you can't do the 12, just message me, because what I need to do is I need X amount. Then it makes it worthwhile to do this. So if you can't order the 12, message me, we'll figure something out. But I would suggest order it frozen, put it in the fridge, just like how we did this one. The only thing is you wouldn't have to shape it. Basically, you take it out and it's frozen, it's all shaped. I will pre-shape everything for you, store it, and you just dump it in the oven. And then you'll have fresh bread every day. Bread, croissants, yeah. So, I'm also making mini pies. So they come around this size. One pie is for like one person. Alright guys, see you soon.